Welcome to Kankakee Podcast News. I'm Jake LaMore. This week's episode is brought to you by Nana's Bakery and Cakes on Broadway in Bradley. It's more than just cakes and cupcakes. It's the perfect treat for every occasion. Here are your local headlines from this past week, with today being Friday, March 15th, 2024. The skeletal remains discovered in Pembroke Township on March 6th have been positively identified as those of 49-year-old Constantine D. Hammond from Momence. Mr. Hammond was reported missing to the Kankakee County Sheriff's Department on December 29, 2017, and was last seen alive on December 7, 2017. The Kankakee County Coroner's Office confirmed the identification through dental records. An examination of the remains is scheduled for today at the Champaign County Regional Autopsy Facility. Coroner Gessner expressed hope that this discovery brings closure to the Hampden family. Anyone with information about Mr. Hampden is urged to contact the Kankakee County Sheriff's Department. A vehicle reportedly stolen from Kankakee last Friday was located after a pursuit and collision in Schererville, Indiana. According to WVLI, the incident unfolded around noon last Friday when Schererville police responded to a store on Route 41 following a report of shoplifting. En route to the store, law enforcement received information that the suspected thief had displayed a knife at store personnel before fleeing the scene in a brown Lincoln. Officers spotted the vehicle, which accelerated at a high speed before veering off the road and colliding with a utility pole. Subsequently, Schererville police apprehended 38-year-old James Lane of Kankakee, charging him with armed robbery and resisting arrest. A handful of prominent members in our community passed away this week, the first being Stanley Olenjack, who died on Sunday, March 10th at Riverside Medical Center, according to his obituary at ClancyGurnan.com. Olenjack was 77 years old and was a Marine Corps vet who was widely known in the community for advocating for veterans. The second well-known community member to have died this last week was longtime Manteno Fire Chief Maurice Mo O'Keefe. In a Facebook post made by the Manteno Police Department on Tuesday, O'Keefe was not only a member of the fire department, but of the police department as well. O'Keefe was the first full-time fire chief in Manteno. In total, he's served the Manteno community for 63 years. And the third death we know about is the co-founder of Classic Cinemas, Shirley Johnson. Classic Cinemas Paramount Theater posted on Facebook Thursday that Johnson passed away on March 2nd. She, along with Willis Johnson, started Classic Cinemas in 1977. Shirley was 88 years old. Willis died this past August at the age of 86. Classic Cinemas owns and operates both the Paramount and Meadowview theaters in Kankakee. The Daily Journal reports the Kankakee School District 111 has dismissed Cedric Lewis from his position as Assistant Superintendent of Business Services in a unanimous 5-0 vote on Monday. Superintendent Dr. Genevra Walters cited it as a personal matter but assured no issues with district funds. Lewis, who was hired in July of 2023, brought over 25 years of financial experience. The position will be posted for new applicants soon. The Bradley Village Board has approved the purchase of 2 properties for the Bradley Sports Complex on Monday, costing nearly $478,000. The Daily Journal reports the sports complex will be built at the 126-acre site along St. George Road and aims to support the youth, baseball, softball, and soccer communities. Mayor Mike Watson anticipates significant economic impact for Kankakee County, with plans for other tourism initiatives underway. The village plans to begin site preparations this April and is scheduled to open 2025. Bradley Bourbonnais Community High School District 307 has entered into a new lease agreement with local farmer Bob Cole for the property on Larry Power Road in Bourbonnais Township. The Daily Journal reports under the new lease, Cole's farming acreage will decrease to about 66 acres to accommodate the installation of solar arrays by Forefront Power this summer. The district will charge Cole for only 60 acres due to increased upkeep requirements around the solar area, resulting in a discounted rate. The lease, effective until December 31, 2024, costs $14,580. BBCHS anticipates earning approximately $2 million in rent over a 20-year period from Forefront Power. The Kankakee County Circuit Clerk's Office renovation, slated to start Monday, may be delayed by a week, reports the Daily Journal. Sandy Cianci, the circuit clerk, stressed the urgent need for the $660,000 project, the first upgrade since 1990. The county board unanimously approved final bids addressing ADA issues and aesthetics. Funding from the American Rescue Plan Act covers the $662,000 cost, with work expected to last 3 months while the office remains open. The Kankakee County Board is also looking into relocating the juvenile court system to a building formerly occupied by the Daily Journal in downtown Kankakee. This Tuesday is primary election day in Illinois. If you would like to vote early, the Kankakee County Clerk's Office is open until 7 p.m. tonight and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. The Clerk's Office is also on site for early voting at the Bourbonnais Municipal Center. You can learn more at the Kankakee County Clerk's Facebook page or at kankakeecountyclerk.com. Today marks the 25th anniversary of the tragic Amtrak derailment that happened in Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais Mayor Paul Schor will lead a commemorative ceremony at the Memorial Garden today at 1 p.m. The event will honor the lives lost and the heroic actions displayed during the devastating accident on March 15, 1999. The collision between the City of New Orleans Amtrak train and a semi-trailer loaded with steel resulted in 11 fatalities and 122 serious injuries. Coming up, we'll find out what historic Kankakee house is up for sale and what new businesses are coming to Bradley soon. That's after we find out what local music events are happening this weekend with King Music on Broadway and Bradley.
Welcome, music lovers, to the heart of Kankakee, where the rhythm of our city pulses with the beat of live music. This is Ben King, your guide through this week's sonic landscape of our vibrant community, proudly brought to you by King Music and the Kankakee Podcast. Picture this: the sun dipping below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the bustling streets. People of all ages, backgrounds, and tastes converge upon our local venues, drawn together by the promise of unforgettable performances. And now, let's take a sneak peek into this weekend's upcoming music events that will have you tapping your toes and moving your feet. On Friday, March 15th, King and Ross at 815 in Kankakee from 5 to 8 p.m. Ryan Leggett at the Wine Cafe in Wilmington at 7:30 p.m. Catspa Jammas at River Rock in Kankakee. Also, Matilda the Musical again in Iroquois West High School. And Dwight High School presents Shrek at the Dwight High School. Saturday, March 16th, again, Matilda the Musical, Iroquois West High School in Gilman. Again, Dwight High School presents Shrek at the Dwight High School. And then we got Shelby Ryan at the Wine Cafe from 7:30 to 9:30 in Wilmington, Illinois. Cherry Bomb at Flanagan's in Kankakee. Jake Vaughn at the Lush Vine in Kankakee. The Strips Live and Direct at Good Vibrations in Kankakee. Any Given Weekend is at Game On in Peatone. You got High Anxiety at Sluggers in Moments. Hyper DJ and JPG at the Library in Bourbonnais, Illinois. Irvingham Pittman at Ryan's Pier in Aroma Park. The St. Patrick's Day celebration at On the Rocks in Kankakee. And The Simpsons at Fuzzy's Bar in Danville, Illinois. A lot of stuff going on Saturday. So for Sunday, March 17th, we got the Brass Monkeys, Cat's Pajamas again, and the Rainbow Color Clowns at Splitting Targets in Kankakee. So mark your calendars, spread the word, and let the music carry you away. Keep tuning into the Kankakee Podcast for weekly local music events. Until next time, let's keep the rhythm alive, Kankakee.
A piece of architectural history is set to hit the market in Kankakee as the Warren Hickox House, designed by renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright, prepares for its first sale since 1976. The Country Herald reports that the Prairie-style home, built in 1900 and located at 686 South Harrison Avenue next to the Bradley House, is expected to garner considerable interest for its unique design and architectural significance. Crane's Chicago Business initially reported the story, highlighting the anticipation surrounding the listing. According to real estate website Redfin, the estimated value of the property ranges from $217,000 to $258,000, offering a remarkable opportunity to own a piece of cultural heritage at a relatively moderate price. The Kankakee community welcomed the launch of 2 new lift zones by Comcast, providing free internet access at local YMCA centers. These spaces, which are located at the Kankakee Area YMCA on Kennedy Drive and the YMCA Child Care Center on Washington, aim to support students with homework and adults with digital skill building and job search. Will Welsh, the CEO of the Kankakee Area YMCA, expressed gratitude for Comcast's partnership in advancing digital equity. Green Relief is on the verge of opening its doors in Bradley. According to the Daily Journal, the Village of Bradley has issued the occupancy permit for the second recreational marijuana retail site located on Route 50. Pending final inspection from the state of Illinois, the site, housed in portion of the former Pier 1 import store, will be ready for operation. Owner Neville Patel has been planning the business for over 3 years now, with an investment of $441,000 into the 2,400 square foot site. Nothing Bundt Cake is set to open a location in Bradley. Bob Feldman, who is the owner of the Nothing Bundt Cake location in the Mokina Frankfort area, made a post on Facebook Wednesday saying the Bradley store will open June 1st. The dessert shop will be located in the strip mall in front of Lowe's on Route 50 in Bradley. Taylor Ledden McMaster, the life editor at the Daily Journal, has released a new book. In a Facebook post Tuesday, McMaster shared the news by sharing a link to purchase the book. McMaster says the book is called Getting It Done.
Getting It Done is a collection of essays that mostly focuses on how to be organized in general to increase your productivity, but it also looks at being organized in your career, and it offers tips of how to interview for a job, how to stay organized at work, ways to identify and avoid burnout, ways to make yourself stand out and know your worth. So it's mostly finding your method of organization, mixing that with a positive attitude, and you'll be productive and you'll be on a constant path towards growth.
You can purchase Kindle and paperback versions of Getting It Done on Amazon. The Kankakee County Museum has some events going on this weekend that might interest you. With the details, here's the museum's executive director, Veronica Featherston.
Visit the Kankakee County Museum this Saturday, March 16th from 1 to 4 p.m. to enjoy some paintings by Mabel Hartman and other Art League members, as well as some quilts by Kathy Treese. Kathy will be presenting about her quilting history, creativity, and design at 1:30. Refreshments are included, and this event is free for anyone to attend. All you have to do is stop by between 1 and 4 p.m. While there, you can also see the new art show by Alan B. Hampshire.
And in local sports, Bradley Bourbonnais made a comeback victory in last Saturday's IHSA Unified Basketball Class 2A state finals. Trailing 29-20, the Boilers scored 15 unanswered points, clinching a 35-29 victory. According to the Daily Journal, this marks their third consecutive top 3 finish. Unified basketball pairs Special Olympics athletes with unified partners from their high school, fostering a close bond on and off the court. Those are your Kankakee Podcast News headlines for Friday, March 15th, 2024, brought to you by Nana's Bakery and Cakes on Broadway in Bradley. I'm Jake LaMore. Thank you so much for listening. This Monday on Kankakee Podcast, we will be celebrating Women's History Month by welcoming Kankakee's first woman mayor to the podcast, Nina Epstein.
I said, well, I'd rather be known that I was a competent mayor than I was the first woman mayor. And I understand it breaks a barrier. I get that. But once you get there, once you've broken the barrier, now you really have to produce. And so I say to them, do your homework.
Please follow and subscribe so you don't miss that episode and the ones to follow. Have a great weekend.